Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
What is the difference between a Democrat and a socialist?
The greatest crisis today is not the Middle East, it's not Iraq, it's Syria, but it's climate change.
Yeah. All the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
The big government lovers painted a picture of doom and gloom in 2011.
The future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam.
We see it in the STEM program. You know, people have talked about this STEM program being such a great deal.
Welcome to the Abolitionist Roundtable, your all-access pass to the 2016 Black Conservative Revolution. Join the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, here are your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
Well, greetings, web audience. Thank you for joining the Abolitionist Roundtable one more time. We're going to take you down this highway of freedom. We're going to fight for freedom. We're going to fight for our liberties. We're not going to take this for granted at all. I got some good news. I got a lot of stuff in the agenda this morning. If you'd like to join the conversation, give us a call at 734-822-1600. Again, I hope you had an awesome, great Memorial Day. Want again to thank all our veterans, the ones that I want to thank the families of the veterans that gave their lives. I want to thank the families of the veterans that we still have with us right now. I want to thank the mayor. Her son is a veteran. I want to thank Phil Stargell. Phil's a veteran, absolutely. Today, Phil, I don't know if I would encourage any young man, young woman at all to participate in this military at all with this regime until the next regime come in. Hopefully the next person that occupy that White House is going to be somebody that's going to be a little bit more honorable. We're not talking about a criminal. Hopefully we can get charges put on the person that's a criminal that did speaking engagements for 2 years and made over somewhere around $20 million. Her husband made another $40 million in speaking engagements, never produced anything, never had a factory, never created anything at all, no industries at all. I'm talking about just took the wealth out of these financial industries. The financial industries, again, that they say that they hate so much. Again, thank you for joining the Abolitionist Roundtable. I want to say good morning to the mayor. We missed her last week. I hope you listen, folks. On the other end of the radio dial, she was the host, and she had the ladies' roundtable fired up. I listened to the whole show. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Del. You know what, I want to also point out that the Democrat Party, two of the leaders of the Democrat Party, B.O. Barack Obama, and B.S. Bernie Sanders. Imagine that. B.O. and B.S. are the heads of the Democrat Party. It sounds right to me.
You couldn't have put that together any better than that, could you, Phil?
No way.
Oh man, I cannot believe that a social. Actually, here, what is the California primary? Is it
Tuesday,
coming up
Tuesday?
Next?
Yeah.
I believe that this socialist kingpin that never held a job outside of government is going to beat the kingpin of corruption.
Yeah.
You know, what difference does it make anyway, huh? Because the fix is in, but Bernie said no. It's the fix is not in. He's sending all his goons out there, and Hillary too, sending all their goons out there. Their red shirts, their brown shirts to Trump's rallies and disrupting his rallies. I'm talking about when his supporters are coming out the arenas. One lady was hit with an egg. I seen a guy got into a fight. A crowd got around him because he had on a Trump hat and a T-shirt. Yeah. And Barack Hussein Obama that went to Indiana and said, I don't think that, I got much support here. This particular area here because this is a more Republican area, but he has not condemned that violence at all.
But he did take a swipe at us veterans, and I did not like it when I heard it, and I didn't like it when I heard the response to it. He said that there were right-wing radio shows and
I heard that
in the VFW halls across the nation.
Listening to it on radio shows, and he pointed out Fox News. Matter of fact, just hold on for a minute because I do have that. I have a soundbite from that. We will get into that.
Yeah.
Here, I just want to say, folks, what happened this week, it was just my heart was broken. Do I want our state to be prosperous and healthy and protect our children? Absolutely. But this article this is from the Detroit News. A teen whole body was found, had a huge heart. It talks about this young boy, Phil. I don't know if you've seen this in the news. I try to watch the local news too, even though we do a lot of international stuff and national stuff. But when something like this happened right here on our home turf, 13-year-old boy Deontay, family said that he had a big heart, that he was different, that he was a good kid. 13 years old. Now, I was a little sad. Again, me and the mayor talked about the guy. The little boy was out. He was out riding his bike on a Tuesday at 11:15 at night. But this is the thing. This 13-year-old was kidnapped.
But you know what, Del? Like I said in response earlier, even if it was 3 o'clock in the morning, there is no excuse for murdering a 13-year-old boy. And he didn't even use this thug didn't even use a gun. He beat this poor boy to death. Now they say it looked like he had a gun pointed to his side when he kidnapped him. And that may be so, but he wasn't shot
when he escorted him to his car.
Right. But you know what?
How can you? How would a 13-year-old respond to that? I mean, now just think about this. I was thinking. I put myself in that. A guy walked up to me, put a gun to my side and said, "Come on with me, son," and grabbed me by the arm. What would I do? Man, oh man. See, this is why, like, I feel I was talking to you, and man, my daughter, because of some of the things that's going on, I had to put my daughter in a karate class. She got to learn how to fight. She got to defend herself. She have to learn how to defend herself.
Exactly
they might call that, the propaganda school boards, they call that bullying. Well, no, that's defending herself. We don't know. I don't know who's going in that bathroom with her, but she's going to defend herself. Because we read that last week how this guy choked this little girl and dragged her in the stall. That's not going to happen.
I think that had it been me at 13, I think he'd had to shoot me in the back because I wouldn't have went with him.
Okay. You would have stumped his toe, hit him, elbowed him or something and ran.
We'd have had to fight. He'd had to use that gun. He'd have had to fight.
So you were an Army man long before you even joined the Army.
I mean, I had a few things that happened when I was a young guy. I said to my wife, I said, he seemed to be a smaller 13-year-old. When I was 13 years old, that guy didn't look like he would have, been, at 13, he wouldn't have been able to catch me running. I know that. But I don't think he would have shot a person, out there like that. I don't believe he would have shot him. If he'd have broke loose, I don't think he would have shot him.
Well, the question still remains, what is it in a man's heart that would cause him to murder a 13-year-old boy?
Well, what's in his heart is that there is, I'm thinking about this thing where there have been incidents where people have shot young children in front of their parents.
Right.
And that one guy did admit that he wanted that to be the last thing that this guy saw. And I'm saying to you now, this is something that I think we need to explore and find out if this has become a trend where young people have adopted some of the tactics of the terrorists worldwide. That's the kind of thinking that they have. you know, I want you to remember this day and all of that kind of nonsense.
Well, I think our
and
boys...
we need to find out if that is permeating our young people.
Well, our boys are being raised on Call of Duty, the Xbox game, and where they shoot everybody and everybody respawns. So this is creating a generation of mass murderers. I believe that in my heart.
And this guy was 45 years old.
Yeah. So now we're
45
talking
years old,
second generation.
Yeah.
I mean, this is horrifying.
Yes,
what
it
has
is.
happened, and where are the mental institutions? Where's the mental health community that ought to be stepping up and saying these people need help?
Or they letting them out.
And
in addition, Barack Hussein Obama, first community organizer president, is also going to the prisons and finding people with that's been in prison for drug crimes that have long sentences that under President Clinton, because he created what they called the 3 strike laws, where they got these long sentences.
And they are quick to put this non-violent criminal on them.
Well,
and each and every last one of those guys have pled those
neighborhoods.
Yeah, but they pled the actual charges down. To, you know, in order to
because you know, if you're a drug dealer, not only you intimidated the neighborhood, you carried a gun.
And you enforced your rules in the neighborhood.
Absolutely, because absolutely you enforce your rules in that community so that your drug activity can go on
by using terror tactics. That's why I'm saying that. You know, one of the first incidents that came when I first come to Detroit, my first year in Detroit, my first week in Detroit, there was an incident where some people went into a funeral home and turned over a casket and shot the body again.
Oh my goodness!
In fact, this has terrorized people.
Oh my goodness!
And we got this no snitch attitude, and where people won't cooperate with the police. And the thugs have taken over the neighborhoods, and they use these terms, snitches get stitches, and all of this kind of, and they terrorize the neighborhoods.
Made movies,
so that's why
and manipulated the communities.
And our federal prisons are breeding grounds for Islamic radicalism.
That's right.
So
exactly right.
What is this cycle that this president and his corrupt administration are perpetrating?
Yeah.